Every single one of these moments happened on the same day, and they changed sports history forever. I break down the moments that shape sports history one date at a time. Let's get it started. Today is February 10th. Pete Maravich did something that sounds unbeatable. He scored 66 points in a college basketball game. And don't forget, this era they didn't have a three-point line like now. The game wasn't built for what Pete Maravich was doing at the time. Just imagine the records he would hold if he played in today's era. But the crazy part of this story is LSU still lost that game. Could you imagine scoring 66 points and still losing? Is that one of the craziest stat lines in college basketball that ended in a loss? Let me know. We've seen humans do impossible things, but on this date something else happened. A machine beat the best human alive. In 1996, IBM's Deep Blue beat Garry Kasparov, the best chess player alive. And once that happened, there was no putting it back in the box. Because chess wasn't just about strength. It was about thinking ahead, seeing any patterns, and understanding all the probabilities. And for the first time, a machine did that better than a human. Looking back now, this was a sign where things were headed. And that was 30 years ago. As chess was just the warning shot. So here's the real question. Does AI start doing this to other sports as well? That was the future, coming fast. This next one made people uncomfortable. Because in this date in 1992, being untouchable stopped being a thing. Mike Tyson was convicted in Indianapolis for rape at the height of his fame. And suddenly the idea that star athletes were above the consequences finally fell apart in real time, as it should. Because no one should be above the law. And this was no longer about boxing. This was about power meeting reality. So here's the uncomfortable question. Are you able to root for athletes who are charged with this kind of crime? Because most have already shown that they still like Mike Tyson. That last moment was uncomfortable. This next one isn't. Because loyalty like this almost never lasts as long as it did. Jerry Sloan spent over 2 decades coaching the same team, the Utah Jazz. Then he stepped away the right way. None of this farewell tour BS. Letting everybody boost his ego, thinking they actually care about him. He walked way into the sunset. He proved that he was just a guy who showed up every night and built something that lasted over 2 decades. In today's sports world, that almost feels impossible. Who could be the next coach that is loyal like this, or will we never see that type of loyalty again? That was a legacy built on loyalty and a coaching ability. This person built a loyalty through a Mamba mentality. People forget the All-Star actually used to be treated like a game, not like it is now. We should just get rid of it. In 2002, Kobe Bryant won the All-Star MVP, and you could tell he wanted it. Because Kobe didn't believe in taking nights off, not even in games that technically didn't matter. Mamba mentality didn't turn on and off. He always had it on, and that's what made him great. So let me ask you this. Does Kobe deserve more discussion than that GOAT debate? Because I believe he does. That was greatness built on edge. This next one was built on perfection. In 1968, Peggy Fleming won the Olympic gold, and there was no margin for error in her event. In most sports, you can recover from a small error. Here, one mistake, and you don't even make the podium. That's why Peggy's legacy still lives on to this date, because this wasn't just a win, it was considered one of the greatest Olympic routines ever. So let me ask you, what Olympic moment sticks out to you most? That moment was about not messing up. This next one changed who was even allowed to compete, and not everyone liked it, because they're idiots. In 1974, Judy Soprano Ekenberry, sorry if I butchered, won the first U.S. women's marathon. Prior to that, women were told it was unsafe, unnecessary, and impossible. And she was able to shut all those false narratives and prove it was possible. She was able to pave the way for women, and she does not get enough praise for it. Do you believe she deserves more recognition for gaining women's equality in the sports world? Let me know. Before the last one, if this made you think or taught you something new today, a like and subscribe would really help, as I will do this every day. Imagine being 27 years old. Now imagine managing a Major League Baseball team. That's exactly what happened in 1924. Bucky Harris became the youngest manager ever. Think about how hard it is to be taken seriously at that age. Now do it in a professional locker room. That says a lot about him, and a lot about how the sport has changed over the years. So let me ask you this. Could someone that young at the highest level today be a coach? Especially with all the egos that we see now? I don't think so. So that was February 10th. History doesn't always look big or important in the moment, but when it happens and it adds up. I'll see you tomorrow, February 11th.